So when you look at the fact that we're having a test tomorrow, there's a lot of different types of problems you have to be able to factor. Let's say, let me take that off. Let's say we have, and then it won't let me. Let's say that I've got 3x squared y cubed plus 9xy minus 12x to the fourth y to the 10th. Or we'll go y to the 18th. That's a type of problem tomorrow you're going to have to be able to factor. In that case, all you're looking for is what goes into everything, right? The GCF. Let me give you another example. Let's say we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now, the first problem and the second one I wrote up there are not the same type problem, right? That first problem, you're looking for the GCF. So in this problem, you're looking for the GCF and you're just factoring it out, aren't you? In this problem, it's a binomial, and so, it's a trinomial, quadratic trinomial, so it's going to factor into two binomials, isn't it? You see the difference? And then you'll have problems like this, where you have 5x squared plus 25x plus 50, say. But what do you notice factors out of all three of these? 5, and then it's an easy factor after that, isn't it? Okay, and then you'll have problems like this one, where you've got, say, 3x squared plus 7x plus 11. And notice, is there anything that factors out of all three of these?
No.
No, and so in this case, you're going to have to use factoring by what? Yeah, you're going to have to factor this one, factor by grouping. And then the last type, number 5, is, let's say you have x squared minus 4. Kind of like our problem of the day today, right? What is that? That's a difference of, it said it in your video. Did you not watch the video? A difference of squares, because this x squared is a perfect what?
Square.
And this 4 is a perfect what?
Square.
And I have a minus in the middle, don't I? And so a difference of squares factors into two binomials. So in this case, I'd have x minus 2 and x plus 2, wouldn't I? Those are the 5 types of problems you need to be able to factor. Okay? Guys, when I give that problem of the day, you're only cheating yourself if you don't watch it or if you don't listen to it. Okay? So the first type of factoring problem, you just got to factor out the GCF, don't you? The second type, you're going to factor this quadratic trinomial into two binomials, aren't you? On this one, you're going to factor the 5 out first and then do it just like you did number 2, right? On 4, there's not a number that goes into all three and you have a leading coefficient, so you're going to have to factor by grouping. And then the last type is whenever you have a difference of squares. Those are the 5 types of problems you have to be able to do tomorrow. So if you plan to study, how I would study is I would do these 9 activities, a few problems. You don't have to get 5 in a row. Let's say you go to this very first one and you get the first 2 right, you go to the next one. And let's say you're doing this one and you miss the first 2 or 3, then I might try to get 5 in a row, right? Right, Aaron? And then I would do this one right here. And like I say, when you're studying, you don't have to get them all right. If you get the first 1 or 2 right, go to the next one. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then factoring difference of squares 1, 2, and 3. Those are, if you want to study, it's better to study with Khan Academy than it is to look at your notes or something, because you know immediately whether or not you got it right or wrong.